Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Eric Westbrook, Deputy Director for Community Partnerships with the Office of Safe Neighborhoods.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pamela Chase, and I'm the Director of GBI.
Good afternoon. My name is Keith Scott. I'm the Director of the Community Crisis Intervention Program.
All righty. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chelsea Gillette, Deputy Director of Operations for the Office of Safe Neighborhoods. Happy Gun Violence Awareness Month.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michelle Dowell, and I am the Director of Tactical and Community Response.
Thank you all. And oftentimes, even for me to be up here, I wish to be joined by my fellow colleagues, and that's some of the message and the work that I've learned from my fellow mentor, Executive Director Sean Del Revelle. There's women and men who often are doing the amazing work behind the scenes that may not get the credit. So the work that's being done within our office is a credit of our leadership, our deputies and our directors. But today we are really here to really honor our fellow women and men who are a part of this amazing joint warrant task force that are constantly out there on a day-to-day basis, risking their lives to identify high-risk offenders who are under warrant status, to not just pick them up, but to do it in a very humanistic, holistic fashion. Before we go into the great work of our fellow women and men who are part of this amazing task force, I just asked, we also have some out-of-town guests who are here to be a part of this occasion. Our fellow friends from Louisville, Kentucky, could you guys stand up? As you know, within the city of Philadelphia, within almost a 3-year span, we lost close to 1,500 lives in the city of Philadelphia. And last year, we saw some historic lows. Those lows are just a product of the collaborative efforts that are taking place within the city of Philadelphia, from the DA's office, adult probation, juvenile probation, our federal partners, community-based partners within PAN, Eddie House, and IDAY, all across the board. And Louisville is here to learn from our fellow projects and strategies to find ways to be able to have similar success and results in their city. So Louisville, thank you all for traveling so far to be here. Still go Eagles. And in reference to this joint warrant initiative, this was a project that was under a lot of consideration within our office. And our Executive Director, Sean Del Revelle, saw a vision of being able to merge worlds of law enforcement partners. Instead of serving warrants alone, why not do it together? While we identify and engage these individuals, not only will we remove them from the home, but let's also find social service resources to ensure that we're able to support them once that fellow breadwinner is removed from that home. I would love to talk further about this task force, but I'm going to allow the man whose vision and imprint has allowed us to be here today. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our Executive Director, Sean Del Revelle.
My notes. Good afternoon. And as Dion said, this office, was formed with a community lens. All the work that we do and that we continue to do has a community lens. But we would have to be deaf to the issues that go on in our community if we don't recognize law enforcement. They've always been a partner since Councilman Jones gave us our first funding and put us on this task. And the vision for what the Joint Warrant Task Force came out of just made sense to me. Now, let me just take you back. We're talking 2019, 2020. COVID is escalating, and the communities are challenged. We needed a way to not only address the fact that when individuals are on warrant status, they are more at risk to be involved in an incident or creating an incident. So my vision was to create a mechanism where we can have individuals that are high risk with partners from local, state, federal law enforcement to go into our communities that are most high at risk for facilitating violence, not only take these individuals out of their situation, meaning their home, but looking at and analyzing the effect of that and then coming up on a system. We know that when individuals are taking out their environment, most of the time they're the breadwinner. Let's just be all honest about it. So how do we make sure that family that we're taking them out of, or that community is serviced? So the vision was to have a social service component to it, to go in and make sure there's an assessment of that family, make sure those families are taken care of from the day one, whether it's providing food, whether it's, in some cases, looking at their situation as far as rent, or maybe relocating them, or maybe buying a refrigerator, or just sitting down and having a simple conversation about what's the process moving forward. So what makes us unique, and I won't belabor, is we not only take individuals out, but we care about the families and the communities as well. And we continue to do that. So in saying that, I have to give thanks to certain individuals and agencies that made it happen. And I think that's why we're here now. But overall, juvenile probation, Chief Castro Jimenez has been a leader in this. Paul Visa, Deputy Chief Benny Price, incredible support. U.S. Marshals did train us in 2020, but local law enforcement, Sheriff's Department, PPD, they took on the mantle every week, going into the communities that most of them are from. And they continue to not only make it safer, which is one of the main staples of this, but also keep the community whole as possible and fix what is broken. So without further ado, what I want to do is I want to bring up someone who's special to me. And again, as I said, help this office, formerly the Office of Violence Prevention, gave us our first funding and put us on task to where we are today. Councilman Curtis Jones.
Sometimes, when you've been in office long enough, you have to look at progress in time-lapse photography. I take you back to a time before this administration, before your office, when we had no cohesive strategy to deal with gun violence. That we knew where we were on the environment, we knew the plan for the city of Philadelphia for economic development, but gun violence prevention wasn't on the top 10 things that we cared about. I used to say that if 300 whales washed up on the shores of the Schuylkill, every marine biologist, even Jacques Cousteau from his grave, would come out and figure out why. But 500 people wound up shot and killed. We didn't have a plan. So take note that I'm thankful for now, today, time-lapse photography. Look at the collaboration just in this room. And when we start looking at the results of the reduction of gun violence, it is because of those collaborations. The second thing that I will say, and I did this under your watch, the right hand of fellowship or the left hand of punishment was very true. We went out on a visit to a high-risk individual, came to his door, and we had the DA, we had the defenders, we had social workers, we had probation, we had job developers there, and this guy just stopped like a deer in the headlights, like, I'm going to jail today. And when he realized that that was the right hand of fellowship, he understood that this city of Philadelphia cared about him enough for him to take a pause away from that risky behavior to see what they had available. And like he said, from diapers to helping out with food, those real things that drive people to do things, we were addressing. And then finally, the results. For those people that didn't experience the 28% reduction in violence, we're going in the right direction, but for them, not fast enough. So we have to keep doing what we're doing. And one of those things in the Joint Task Force is consequences. And I'm going to end on this. I was the chair of the Criminal Justice Reform Committee appointed. Bethel was on it, Keir Gray was on it, and we had a bunch of people working in unison on it. And they said, I'm not going to say who it was, somebody said on the committee, it is racist that you are over-prosecuting, overcharging black and brown people to the degree that we're filling up the prisons and two things can be true at the same time. That it is equally racist to tell our young kids that they can do whatever they want without consequences. That is unfair to them, that they wake up and find themselves incarcerated because there are consequences. So we have to create that balance of the right hand of fellowship or the left hand of punishment, but the certainty that we are there, the certainty that we collaborate and work on things. Thank you.
Next up, if I could call Chief Castro.
So first, I would like to thank the Mayor Parker, for the recognition. I would like to thank Director Geer and Director Shondell also for the recognition, but I also would like to thank our administrative judge, Judge Walter Oshevsky of Family Court. He really has supported us with regard to our endeavors that we have participated in with regard to youth violence and the reduction of youth violence. Our statutory mandate is balance and restorative justice, and one of the key principles in balance and restorative justice is to assure that we protect the community from delinquency, but also hold youth accountable. When we go out on these warrant operations, and our staff, led by Paul Visa, goes out on these warrant operations, our purpose is to bring these kids back into our custody so that we can offer the types of treatment and services that are available in the juvenile division. We want to make sure that they're away from delinquency, away from criminality, because we don't want them to graduate from the delinquency system into the criminal system. Because the fact of the matter is sometimes, and as you've heard before, that the school to prison pipeline is real, and we want to shut off that picket. So we want to do everything possible, and that is working with our partners. And I'm thankful for all the collaborators, that are here in this room today, in order to assure that our city is safer and that our youth stays alive. Because the fact of the matter is, I am in the business of risk management, but I'm also in the business now of keeping kids alive. And everything that we do, and anything possible that we can do to keep our kids safe and keep our kids away from guns, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do. And with your help, we're going to continue to do that. So I thank OSN, Office of Safe Neighborhoods, in terms of their support, and I thank all of you for being here today.
Next up, I would like to bring an department that, without saying, has always told the line. Sheriff Bilal.
Good afternoon. Bring my people up here. I'm so proud of them. You just don't know. I'm Sheriff Rochelle Bilal for the City and County of Philadelphia. The Juvenile Warrant Apprehension Task Force, JWAT, I like that name, is a vital joint initiative focused on supporting juvenile probation and removing wanted individuals from our streets to make our community safer. This collaboration underscores our commitment to public safety and accountability. As Sheriff of the City and County, our recently released term report highlights the significant number of warrants served and executed by the Philadelphia Sheriff's Office. I am proud of the dedicated work of our deputies and their ongoing collaboration with local, state, and federal law enforcement partners. Together, we are making real progress and protecting the people of Philadelphia and ensuring justice is served. We can never do this alone. No one person can stop the violence in our city. So in the spirit of what the mayor continuously says, one Philly, when we work together, we get the job done.
Thank you. I would like to call up this individual I've known for years, and we've worked closely together through a number of not only incidents, but just everyday life in the community. Deputy Chief Venor.
Very briefly, I'd just like to, on behalf of the police commissioner, thank the members of the task force, the Office of Safe Neighborhoods, and all our partners, federal, state, and local. Since its inception, this task force, this joint warrant task force, has been a great tool in our toolbox to address violent crime. We not only have brought in some very dangerous individuals and gotten them off the street and taken contraband and dangerous guns out of the hands of those individuals, but because of the intelligent way it's operated, and we're targeting real time the neighborhoods that are experiencing spikes in violence, my investigators glean a lot of information and a lot of intelligence from these operations and these day-to-day interventions between us and the community. So I want to thank everyone again, and I hope that it continues into the future. Thank you.
This next individual has always supported our office, gives me a shoulder to lean on when the days get rough, and he is my boss, Chief Adam Gear.
This is going to take a minute, but I want everyone from Office of Public Safety to come up and stand with me. So if you're on my team, if you're in OPS, yes, make your way up to the front of the room. It's important for me to stand with you because you all are doing the work. All right, now. And by the way, this is an orange tie. I don't care what anyone says. I looked, crowd in, come on in. I looked for an orange tie for about an hour and I just could not find one at any of our fine department stores here. Looking good, right? These are the members of the Office of Public Safety in our various agencies. It's important for me, and I try and do it as often as I can, to lift them up. This is tough work. We are in our tough season. It is not easy when you get the calls, when you see the messages popping up on the phone about what we're being called to. Gee, you know what I'm saying? It is difficult work, and there really are no days off. And there are no days off right now. Now, we had a meeting recently where I tried to impart on my team how important it is to take some pauses, be with your family. My thing is running. I like to get out there and run to get my mind where it needs to be. But the reality of it is these people are drawn to the work, and no matter what I say, I know that it is their passion and it is their life's work to be available for our communities and to do the work so that we do have the safest city, big city in the country. And we can do that. The partners who you see around me and in this room, and I'll call out again, George Mosey, a mentor of mine from PAN, G. Lamar from the DA's office, we have Anton Moore. Take a look around this room. Take a look at the folks behind me. We have incredible talent and people who are just passionate about the work in our communities. This is the greatest city, make no doubt about it, in the world. Best food, best people, best sports teams, best everything. And we know that, again, that we have some visitors here, and they're going to hear that over and over and over. The reality of it is, we also have some unfinished business. We have work to do. And every now and then, when I wake up and I think, oh, it's going to be a tough day, I have to remind myself of the folks who are getting up with me, wherever they are, throughout the city, going out there and doing this work. And this task force, we're all about interagency cooperation, will work with anyone. We have to hold arms and we have to move forward on this work together. We must have purpose. Today, and we had a tragic reminder of how this can sometimes play in our communities, but today we're going to be convening in Lemon Hill to do a prayer vigil. The mayor is convening that with her team and our partners. I encourage everyone to come out there and support ourselves. There are going to be some bad moments as we move forward and as we continue towards that promised land of what we all want. There are going to be some bad times, but we will come together as one, as we will tonight. We will not let, as the mayor said, a few folks hold this city hostage. And I'll say it again, that's an emotional hostage, it's a psychological hostage, and it's also the physical hostage. Come out, have fun. I'm going to do Parks on Tap. If you've never done Parks on Tap, it's a tremendous event. Go out, have fun, support each other. Do not let these few, when it happens, get inside the head. Do not do it. We are stronger than that. We know where we're going, and we will get there. So it is my opportunity to just, again, thank my team, thank these partners, thank the interagency cooperation. We will get there, and we will get back to work, and I hope to see many of you tonight. So thanks very much. Thank you, team. Hey, Murph, you got right on me, huh? You got right on me.